Imagine you are in a beautiful new city, but you are completely lost and your phone battery is dead.
Do not worry, because today you will learn exactly how to ask for help and find your way with confidence.
Welcome back to English Conversation Hub, the best place for easy and natural English listening practice.
Hello everyone, I am Oliver and I am here with my wonderful co-host Ava. How are you today, Ava?
I am doing great, Oliver. I am very excited about today's topic. It is a very practical topic for daily life.
Yes, it is. Today we are talking about asking for directions in English, step by step. We want to make this lesson very detailed so our listeners can practice for a long time.
We know that getting lost can be a little scary, especially in a different country where people speak a different language.
That is so true. But with a few simple phrases, you can talk to anyone on the street and get the help you need.
So sit back, relax, and listen to our casual conversation. Let us start our lesson.
Ava, do you remember when we went to London last year?
Oh yes, that was a great trip, but we got lost so many times. It was a big city with many small streets.
We really did. My phone did not have internet connection, so we could not use the map app. We had to look for the famous big museum by asking people on the street.
Yes, I remember. At first, I was a little nervous to speak to strangers in English. My English was not perfect, and I was afraid of making a mistake. But then I remembered the first important step. You must always start with a polite greeting.
Exactly. You cannot just walk up to someone and say, "Where is the museum?" That is not very polite. People might not want to help you if you sound rude. You need to say, "Excuse me," or "Hello, sorry to bother you."
That is right. It shows respect. I saw a kind man walking his dog near a beautiful park. I walked up to him slowly, smiled, and said, "Excuse me, can you help me, please?"
The man stopped, smiled back, and patted his dog. He was very happy to help. Being polite always works and makes people feel good. Then you asked the question.
Yes, I used a very simple phrase because I didn't want to confuse myself. I asked, "How do I get to the British Museum?"
That is a perfect phrase for beginners. How do I get to plus the place you want to find? It is short, direct, and very clear. Anyone can understand it.
The man was very nice. He told us to go straight down the road for 2 blocks and then turn left.
But do you remember what happened next, Ava? London has so many distracting buildings. We walked for 2 blocks, but we forgot if he said turn left or turn right. We started arguing about it.
I know. You thought he said turn right, and I thought he said turn left. We were completely confused again. So we had to stop another person. This time, it was a young woman holding a cup of coffee.
Yes, and you used a different phrase this time to see if she would understand. You said, "Excuse me, is the British Museum near here?"
I did, and she smiled and said, "Yes, it is very close." She told us to turn left at the next corner, next to the big supermarket.
That was a very helpful detail. When people give directions, they often use landmarks like a supermarket, a school, a coffee shop, or a tall building.
That is a good point, Oliver. Listening for landmarks makes it much easier to find your destination because you can see them clearly.
After we turned left at the supermarket, we saw a beautiful park with a big fountain, but we still could not see the museum entrance.
So we decided to ask one more person just to be absolutely sure. This was an older lady sitting on a green bench reading a book. I said, "Hello, could you tell me where the museum is?"
That is another excellent phrase. It is a bit more formal, but very polite. Could you tell me where the museum is?
The lady pointed her finger across the street, right next to a red bus stop, and said, "Look, it is right around the corner."
We looked across the street and she was right. The museum was just behind the big library. We were so happy to find it after walking for 30 minutes.
It was a fun adventure, and we learned that asking for directions is not difficult if you know the right words. People are usually very kind.
Yes, and it is also important to practice listening because people might speak quickly when they give you directions. They might use words like traffic lights, crosswalk, or block.
That is true. If someone speaks too fast, you can always say, "Sorry, could you speak more slowly, please?" Or, "Could you repeat that, please?" Most people will be happy to repeat it slowly for you.
That is a great tip, Ava. Now, let us take a moment to talk about another situation. What if you are inside a big building, like a shopping mall or a train station?
Oh, that happens a lot. Inside a station, you might need to find the bathroom or the ticket office. The phrases are very similar. You can say, "Excuse me, where is the ticket office?"
Yes, or you can say, "Excuse me, how do I get to platform 4?" It is the same structure, you just changed the name of the place.
Exactly. And if you are looking for a specific store in a mall, you can ask a shop assistant, "Excuse me, is the bookstore on this floor?"
That is another useful phrase, on this floor, because malls have many levels, like the first floor, second floor, or the basement.
This is why learning these words is so useful for daily life and travel. It helps you solve problems by yourself.
Now let us look at the 5 useful everyday phrases we used in our story. We want to explain them clearly so you can use them today.
The first phrase Oliver used was look for. Oliver, can you explain what look for means in simple words?
Of course, to look for means to try to find something or someone. It is an action you do when you want to see something you need but do not have right now. For example, I need to look for my car keys because I cannot find them. Another example is, I am looking for the post office.
That is a very common phrase. The second phrase the kind man told us was to go straight. This means to move forward in the same direction. Do not turn left and do not turn right. Just move forward like an arrow. For example, go straight down this street for 5 minutes and you will see the big park.
The third phrase we heard was to turn left. This means to change your direction to the left side. You can also say turn right if you need to go to the right side. For example, turn left at the traffic light to find the train station. It is the opposite of turning right.
The fourth phrase we used was near here. Near here means close to this place or not far away. It means you can probably walk there in a few minutes. It is very useful when you think you are close to your destination but you want to check. For example, is there a good coffee shop near here?
And the fifth phrase the older lady used was right around the corner. This is a great idiom that native speakers use all the time. It means something is very near, just on the next street, or just past the corner of a building. You do not need to walk far. For example, the pharmacy is right around the corner. You can walk there in 1 minute.
These 5 phrases are very practical. If you learn them, you can understand and ask for directions easily without feeling stressed.
Let us practice the pronunciation of these phrases together. I will say the phrase slowly, and you can say it in your mind or out loud.
Look for, go straight,
Turn left,
near here.
right around the corner. Excellent. Repeating these phrases helps your brain remember them faster.
Let us summarize a simple rule you can use every time you need to ask for directions. You can follow this easy 3-step frame.
Step 1. Use a polite greeting to get their attention. Say, excuse me. Step 2. Ask your question using this simple frame. How do I get to the plus the place you want to find? Step 3. Smile and say thank you.
For example, excuse me, how do I get to the train station? Thank you. It is that simple. You can change train station to hotel, restaurant, or hospital.
Let us do one more example together. Excuse me, how do I get to the supermarket? Thank you. See, it works for any place in the world.
Now we have a simple question for our listeners. We want you to practice your English right now in the comment section below.
Imagine you are lost in a new city and you need to find a library. Write your question in the comments using the 3-step frame we learned today. We will read your comments and help you if you make a mistake.
This is a great way to practice what you learn. If you enjoyed this slow listening practice today, please click the like button and share this video with your friends who are learning English.
Your support helps our channel grow so we can make more long videos for you. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel, English Conversation Hub, so you never miss a new lesson. Thank you for listening and see you next time.
Goodbye, everyone. Happy learning. Have a wonderful day.